This is Hannibal back here from thehannibaltv.com with a daily wrestling news update. I mean, it's not the first time we've heard about Ric Flair getting kicked out of places. Apparently, he was asked to leave a Pelzano's pizza location in Gainesville, Florida, after apparently, quote, the kitchen manager taking too long in the bathroom, end quote. So it hasn't been revealed by either Flair or the place how long this kitchen manager was actually in the bathroom or what the issue with the kitchen manager was, but Flair said he spent obviously he's still spending a lot of money, $1,500 at a pizza restaurant. You must have been drinking if you're spending that much at a pizza place. And he claims he was disrespected because he took 20 pictures with customers and staff. Which, by the way, most of these pictures are with very good-looking women from the ones I've seen, which he definitely likes women, so I doubt it was that difficult for him. But he doesn't recommend going to that place. And then the co-owner of this pizza place spoke to the Gainesville Sun, said he's proud of how the restaurant staff responded to the incident with Flair. However, he wouldn't specifically mention what happened with Flair being asked to leave. He was kicked out of a bar not too long ago, a couple of years ago, for being rude to a bartender. And Dan Crawford from Stampede Wrestling has told similar stories about, I mean, Hulk Hogan being rude to restaurant staff. I don't know what happened from either side, so I'll be neutral on it. But if think of it this way: if you're spending $1,500 at a pizza place, you've got to be buying alcohol, and when you drink, you do stupid things. Uh, Flair has also been really mad that he's not going to be involved in WCW's special on the demise of WCW, Vice's special on the demise of WCW, which apparently is going to be full of the Vice regulars, Vince Russo and Jim Cornette. And Flair thinks that as one of the main people involved with WCW and the biggest, him and Sting are definitely the biggest stars and most known people of WCW. Flair thinks he should have been a part of it. Of course, Flair had huge heat with Vice over that plane ride from Hell thing. Vice buried Flair on that episode, and they always have agendas with their episodes, so I'm not taking sides on that one. I'll get into your comments in a second. I'll just finish the news. The Smackdown from Lyon, France last Friday did a zero point 0.6 rating, which was the go home show for Backlash, which wasn't a pay-per-view, although it had a good crowd, over 11,000 in a 16,000 seat arena. Average ticket price $300, so they made like over $3 million at the gate. There wasn't that much interest, only about 100,000 Google searches, which is one of the lowest, if not the lowest ever for a WWE pay-per-view. For tonight's Raw in Harvard, Connecticut, 9,200 tickets out. It could hold, well, the setup is about 14,000 and it could hold nearly 20,000 at full capacity. So their sellout record is definitely gone without The Rock there anymore. Today is the 40th anniversary of Ric Flair losing the title at the David Von Erich Parade of Champions to Kerry Von Erich, who I used to be very good friends with his daughter Lacey. That's one of the most historic matches of all time. Jack Kilby says is making a joke. I mean, I can understand there's some people that I've worked in bars and stuff as people that have like been following my draft book entries. No, I've dealt with the public, so I can see it from both sides. And definitely, I mean, I talked about it earlier today before this news came out. I was having issues at a bar near the Ottawa Senators arena where the Ottawa Senators were having different rules than the general public, and it was causing issues. because they're being treated differently, and some stars expect to be treated better. Cheers, your doctors, your lawyers, your common men, your police officers, your firefighters. Some stars think because they're entertainers, they should be above all that. Demolition Crush in the 2025 Hall of Fame. Jumpin' Jack Kilby is on here. Hey, Grandma Daisy, I actually have a picture for you that I saw the other day. Please tell me I didn't delete it. It was a very good picture. Let's see if I can find it here. Oh, by the way, Bill Anderson, speaking of Vice, is going to be. He was on the Chris Colt Dark Side of the Ring, which turned a lot of people off through with all the gay pornography stuff. Because every episode since then has bombed lower and lower. Um, but Bill Anderson was Chris Colt's former partner. Bill Anderson on the right, and Bill was one of the good parts of that documentary. Is probably the best part of the best of that documentary. He's going to be doing an interview with me next Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern. Where did Rick get the $1,500? Well, he works for AEW. You just never see him there. They don't use him, which is ridiculous. Flair got cold pizza. Someone says if cash was involved, Flair's wallet was gone. Someone says Hulkamania. Yeah, gay porn and rest. By the way, I did a report earlier today about Pat Patterson. A lawsuit has been filed in Toronto by a former referee who refereed in Ron Hutchinson's company in Canadian Grand Prix Wrestling. This guy here has filed a lawsuit against Pat Patterson regarding Pat allegedly hitting on him uh, at a WWE Raw event or a WWE TV taping in 2004 that apparently Patterson had given him free tickets to. So we'll see how that one plays out. He's not asking a lot of money. Oh, here's the picture for Grandma Daisy of none other than Giant Gonzalez, who I agree should be in the Hall of Fame, and Harvey Whippleman. I've done an interview with him, as well as John Paz and Jerry Lawler, who WWE released from his commentator job today, but he's still under a legend contract, so he can't go to AEW. There you go. I thought of you when I saw that. That is from Portland, Maine. Jack Kilby, you should consider going to Portland, Maine. It's not that far from here for Great North Wrestling. And Vermont, Burlington, Vermont, and Portland, Maine are two places I think Great North Wrestling would do very well. By the way, Trisha Morrison gave me this gold chain with Tommy Morrison's ashes in it. My original chain broke while I was working out, and I got a new one. So I'm showing that to show Trisha, hey, I got a new one. Tommy Morrison, of course, was in Rocky V, beat George Foreman, former world champion. So give this video a thumbs up. Have a great evening. Appreciate you all tuning in. Sorry about your experience, Ric Flair, but give me a break. You're in your 70s. Let it go. Who cares if someone's a little slow, honestly. Honestly, I don't know. That's just my opinion. Mellow out, you're going to give yourself a heart attack.